Mort is cooking.
Yo. Welcome to More is Cooking. More is Cooking, man. What we cooking today, man? We're gonna make some stuffed peppers today, bro. We cooking us some stuffed peppers today. That's what we cooking today, some stuffed peppers. You dig what I'm saying? You know, we got our peppers right here. We got our onions we gonna chop up. Mix mine with some of that Prego, you know, roasted garlic parmesan. Got our ground beef, of course, all lean, baby. Lean ground beef. We got our mozzarella cheese. We got our beer. Well, this ain't for this for me. You did. Oh, that's so good. Man, I ain't had a lime beer in a minute, bro. This is good. Alright, man, let's get to cooking, dog.
So we're gonna go and cut up peppers, all up vegetables are clean, wash. Cut the insides, not the top, of the pepper. So, leave this off, leave this in. That's where we're gonna put our ground beef and stuff in. I'm gonna cut mine down a good bit. I don't want it like, you know what I'm saying? And make sure now, before you put your peppers in the oven to cook them, you want to already go and put them in the oven and preheat them for at least about 10 minutes so they can, you know, loosen up. You don't want them too firm. So we just cutting the tops off, you know what I'm saying? Just the tops. The rest of this we can chop up and cook it, you know what I'm saying? And go inside the ground beef. Clean all this out, boy. You know what I'm saying? Just use that to chop in there, yeah. Alright, man, saw that going on. I ain't got nothing going on, I'm gonna chill. I watched the shot, Raising Cane, I ain't been catching up on my show. Gotta do that too, man, you know? You dig? Yeah, I'll get to it, bro.
Alright, so we got our onions chopped up and we got our bell peppers chopped up. So all this going inside our ground beef when we cook it all together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so we got our bell peppers all cut out, you know, so I'm gonna put these in the oven, man, at 375. So we just gonna heat them up for like 10 minutes, you know. Alright, we got our seasoning, man. We got our garlic powder, we got our Creole seasoning, we got our garlic salt, and we got our Worcestershire sauce, you know what I'm saying? Alright, man, so let's go and put our temperature on 370. You know what I'm saying? Preheat that to 370. Alright, let's throw our ground beef in our pan. Get that thing sizzling, you know what I'm saying? Straight off the joint. Yup. Now we're going to go on and chop up that ground beef, man. Going to chop that thing up, get it loosen up. Yup. We got our bell peppers in the oven while they just baking up for 10 minutes. So we're going to go on and cook our beef and stuff. All right, man. So our ground beef is cooking, getting cooked, you know. Yup. All right. So our oven been reached this 370 marks. We can go on and put our peppers in there. So we got our peppers covered with aluminum foil. So we do this. We just want to preheat them for like 10 minutes, man, you know. Alright, so our ground beef is basically done. So all that excess grease, we're going to drain that out. We got to drain that out the pan, man. Alright, so we draining that out the pan. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to put our ground beef back in the pan. You dig? Alright, so now we can go and add our onions and chopped up peppers to our ground beef now. You know? So we're going to cook all this together. Alright, man, so let's add our seasoning, man. So we got our garlic powder going up in the joint. Now we're adding our Creole seasoning up in here. Now we're adding our garlic salt up in this joint. Yup. And the last is our Worcestershire sauce. So we're adding our Worcestershire sauce in there now. So that's it for our seasoning, man, for our flavors. Now we're just gonna add our Prego sauce. This rosemary garlic kind, by the way. I love it. Now we're gonna whip that thing on up, man. It's pretty much done. We got everything mixed in. The onions, all our flavors, everything. Alright, so now it's time to add our beef and stuff inside our peppers. Some of this got a little messy, but it is what it is, man. You know, just trying to get them all in the peppers. Get it all up in there, you know. That's all we doing. Now the last is adding our cheese, our mozzarella cheese, man. Gotta put the cheese on that boy. Yup. Add that cheese on top. And boom, there you have it, man. Stuffed peppers. So we put it back in the oven for like 15 minutes. That's it. So this meal really is like a 25 to 30-minute meal, bro. Real simple, quick, and easy to make. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And this a good meal for a date night, too. So you know your boy got to take a bite out of it, man. See what we talking about. Yep. So take me a bite out there, joint. Really, you can just eat the insides out, really, if you don't want to eat the peppers. And it's good.